Welcome to the first of many boot camps we're going to be doing this year, but this one is going to be really, really good. I'm going to give you guys some really, really good information today that's going to help you grow, develop your trading accounts, and really have the mentality to really get to the next level in this space, right? I really wanted to start with this message, which is that trading is the most unique opportunity, the most unique way to make money in the entire world, right? I want you to understand, the power of trading before we get into it, because, one of my mentors many years ago said, you don't know how good something is until you have something to compare it to. And believe me when I tell you, I used to live a whole different lifestyle before I got involved into this industry, right? And I was working for a boss I didn't want to work for, living a lifestyle I was not happy living. And today, me and my wife, my family, we travel the world whenever we want. We do whatever we want. We buy whatever we want. We don't look at price tags. We don't go shopping. We go buying, right? And I say that humbly because we decided to chase freedom. Now, if you're on this call right now and you want freedom, you want to pursue freedom, put a one in the chat, because I want to make sure that I'm talking to the right people, okay? Because this is about freedom. This is about developing the skill set. Now, it doesn't matter what part of the journey that you're in right now in trading. I want to make you guys understand this industry, if you take it seriously, just like anything that you do in life, okay? If you take relationships seriously, friendship seriously, being a parent, your children, take them seriously, your parents, how you look after your own parents, take them seriously, your finances. If you're of course we treat all these other things with care, and we should also be treating the opportunity to make money with care as well. Okay, the same way that some of you went to university and you went to spend some of you even spent more than 5 years studying, even sometimes 10 years studying, and at the end of that degree, you might have got a good paying job, but you're still trading your time for money. That same energy that you put into that, imagine putting that same energy into learning the skill set of trading and being able to monetize, because there's so many different ways to earn from the trading space. And that's why I'm so excited about this call, because I'm going to be giving you the basics. Again, this is a very beginner friendly call. I'm not going to be going too deep into like deep stuff. That's not for this call today, but this is a call for people just like you. If you are looking to elevate in your trading game, if you're looking to elevate your life, you're looking to elevate your situation as a trader, this is the call for you. All right, guys. Now, before we get started, I want to do one more thing. If you've been trading now for less than 1 month, for 30 days or less, put a 1 in the chat. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you've been trading for 30 days or less. Okay? And put a 2 in the chat if you've been trading over 30 days. Okay? So put a 1 in the chat if you've been trading 30 days or less, and put a 2 in the chat if you've been trading over 30 days. Now, put a 3 in the chat if you've been trading 6 months or more. 6 months or more. And put a 4 in the chat if you've been trading for 1 year or more. Four in the chat if you've been trading for 1 year or more. 3 in the chat if you've been trading 6 months or more. 2 in the chat if you've been trading more than 30 days. And 1 if you've been trading for less than 30 days. Now the last one. Put a 5 in the chat if you've been trading for 2 years or more. If you've been in the industry for 2 years or more. You've been trading for 2 years or more. There we go. My wife said yes, of course. Amazing. Great. So it's good to know where people are at. Most people are on 1 and 2. So you're not yet, they say more advanced, but this is not really about that. This call is about giving you guys understanding about the industry, understanding about trading, and also understanding about how to utilize the scanners that we have, and also just really making all of these things add up for you in your journey. All right, so let's get right into it, guys. I'm going to talk firstly about how to utilize MT5. A lot of people have been asking me about this, and they basically want the answers. Derrick, how do I copy and paste? Now I'm going to give you guys an example. Now guys, look, this is the most important part right now. We are going to be we've got so many things we're adding to the Wealth Makers ecosystem, right? So as we move forward, there's going to be so many announcements that me and my wife are going to be like, I really believe in, if you are someone that likes to look forward to stuff, this is the community for you, because we're going to be dropping so many things, right, over time, things that are going to enhance the experience of all of the customers in our network. Okay, and you know, but from a trading perspective, if you can understand how to successfully use MT5 and how to use it and how to take trades and how to modify your trades, this is going to make your job way easier. Okay? It's going to make your job way, way, way easier. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through how to utilize MT5. Okay? Very, very quickly. And I've got one of my accounts here that I'm building, compounding. I'm going to show you guys how to utilize MT5. Okay? Very, very basic. This call is going to be very direct on how you can copy and paste and make money. You must listen to this carefully. I don't want to hear a million questions after this, because you should really understand it. After this training's been done, you should understand how to copy and paste a trade. Okay? Now there are various different, there are more aspects to it. Like if you're taking the trades from the Synergy trader, of course, he talks about layering, and I'm not going to go into that today. That's not my assignment today. But we do have videos on that. We do have an academy on that. We do have live sessions. He had a call at 6 p.m. But every Sunday he has a call about that. Okay? But my goal is just to give you guys a basic overview on how to copy and paste trade, because some of you are still confused. And if you're like more than a month in and you don't know how to copy and paste trades, you're really behind. Okay? This is not a community where we don't celebrate mediocrity. We don't celebrate, oh, you know, if you're a month in, like I learned how to copy and paste trades in my first 2 days. I knew how to copy and paste because it's not hard. But what it is, some of you are in your own head and you think it's so hard. It's not so hard. If you can just understand how to copy and paste a trade, that is the beginning of where you're going to be. That's the beginning of your success in trading. Is simply understanding how to copy from one system to the other, right? How to copy from Telegram, or from the scanners, or from the GFU Connect app, or from any system into MT5. The whole idea is for you to make money. You're not here to tickle yourself. You're not here to wish. You're here to make money, right? I've been doing this for 8 years, and we have been full-time traders for 8 years. So I can tell you this is absolutely possible, right? When I came into this industry, I had no understanding about trading, but I was serious. And some of you right now, you're not serious, you're curious. You joined, but you're still questioning it. You've seen people make money. You've seen the stories in the group chats. We are one of the most abundant communities in the entire world right now. We have people making 10, 15, 20 grand in a week. We had someone in our community make $100,000 in 8 days. Don't tell me it doesn't exist. That success, it can happen for you. But if you follow the instructions that I'm about to share with you, I promise you, you will be able to get on the path to the money. All right? Put a yes in the chat if you're ready for this, right? Let me see if you got, put a yes in the chat. You ready? Let's get into it, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm going to share my screen. and I'm going to show you guys how to utilize MT5, right? Very basic. I've got a trade example on my phone, and then boom, I'm going to show you guys how to copy and paste. All right, perfect. And now, guys, I'm going to show you guys some compound stuff. I'm going to show you the scanners and just general psychology, okay? Now, again, some of you are experienced. Some of you know what this is already, but don't just stay alert, because whether you're advanced, whether you're base beginners, this is important for you to know how to teach this, and even of course the other stuff I'm going to be teaching after that as well. It's very important for you to know. All right, so let's get right into it. So here is my screen. I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Perfect. Okay, there we go. So this is an example, right, of a trade that would come out. Okay. Now, of course, the market isn't open. The market's open in a couple of hours, but this is an example of a trade on how we would call them out, whether it's on any platform. When you copy a trade from Telegram, from systems, whatever, to MT5, you're copying a couple of numbers. You're copying a take profit and you're copying a stop loss. Okay, so give you guys an example, right? This is MT5, right? This is my account. You've got quotes, chart, trade, history, and settings. Quotes is where you see your currency pairs show up, so you can actually copy and paste from this list of currencies. Okay, then you've got charts. Okay, which basically you're able to look at the currency pair that you're trading, and you're able to enter trades and look at the trend of the market. Again, I'm not going to go into that today. Then you've got trade, where this is the button where you see your active trades that will be taking place on here. And then you've got history, where you can track the history of your trades. And then you've got the settings tab if you ever want to open up a new account. Okay, guys? Are we clear so far? So let's get into it, guys. So a trade will be called out for gold, right? Now gold's at 5107, so let me actually just change that. Let me just make it realistic. So 5105. Hold on a second. 5 1 0 7 5 1 0 2 5 1 10 5 1. Okay, that's good. There we go. So this is an example of a trade on gold, right? So go into chart here. This is gold, but as you can see, the market is closed. 1 second, sorry, it's 5098. Perfect. So this is an example of what you would see on Synergy especially, but also when you are using the scanners, they will give you a take profit and a stop loss area. Every single signal or trade alert that you ever see will give you a TP and an SL, right? A SL is called a stop loss, which is basically your take profit. SL is your stop loss. Sorry, that was a typo. Sorry, 4 5 Yeah, sorry about guys. Yeah. So as you can see here, right, this is an SL, right? An SL is a stop loss. Okay. So let me go back onto chart. If the market is currently here, right, and we're saying we want the market to go, no, sorry, it is 50. I'm getting confused. It is 5099. One second. Yeah, 5099. Right. Now look, this is where gold currently is, right? So if we want gold to go from here to here, this is our target. So when we place a trade, we are predicting that gold is going to go from this price right here to this price up here. Does that make sense? Can everyone see my cross? This is where we predict gold to go. Does that make sense? Okay? We want gold to go here. Is everyone clear so far? If we place a trade here and the market goes up here, a take profit is basically automatically closes a trade in profit without you having to do it yourself. It's an automatic trigger that this app, MetaTrader 5, has put in place for us to be able to successfully close a trade in profit. Does that make sense? Is everyone clear so far? That's a take profit. Now in trading, we have several take profits. Take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, which means that we might be ambitious and we might want to make more money. Now the higher the take profit, the more money you make. But as long as it's above the entry, you are in profit and you can take profit whenever you want. You don't have to let the trade hit take profit before you make money. You can close it before it hits take profit. It's up to you. Okay? That's take profit. Then we have the stop loss. Stop loss is if the market, if we want it to go up here, but the market is going against you, and we, one second guys.
That's the next thing.
Yeah. And the market is going against you, right? Listen, and the market's going against you, you want to close out this trade. It might be a loss, but it's basically a safety net. So if the market is going against the direction that you've intended it to go, and it goes against, so remember, we want the trade to go up, right? And it goes down, right? That means that it's going against our direction that we want it to go. It means that it's a loss. We've lost money because the market is going against us, and eventually you would put a stop loss. Like if, for example, on this particular trade, if I was placing a trade for a buy right now, I would definitely put my stop loss either at 5012 or, yeah, as I put here, 5099, right? But because if I pull it at 5, I mean, I'm not going to do it this one because it's still a bit far. But just as an example, you put stop losses in the areas where the market has a lot of movement. So for example, 5097 will be a great place for a stop loss. Why? Because if the market goes past all these little lines here, can everyone see these little lines? If the market goes past all these little lines, can everyone please make sure they're muted, please? Let me just make my wife co-host because I don't want no distractions. All right. So my wife is now the moderator. All right, perfect. So can everyone see this net, right? So the reason we put stop losses in areas like this, because the market has been wicking, boom, 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 boom. If the market goes past these wicks, it means that the market will shoot. Thank you, my amazing moderator. All right. So you can see here that the market is wicking all these zones. Now the wicks, it shows where the price has pushed down. It doesn't show you where the price has closed, but it shows you where the price has pushed down, which means that if the market touches this line and goes back up, that would be, that's called a rejection, right? I'm not going to go too deep into these things because that's not really for this call, but I'm just showing you why we put stop losses in certain areas. Because some of you might not even understand. Some of you might have been trading for years and you may not know, why does Synergy put his stop losses there? Why does, if Derrick or Sylvia, puts a signal in the chat, why do they put a stop? We put a stop loss in the areas where if the market pushes past that stop loss area, you could see a very big move because there's no more comfortable zone. The market likes to hover around zones where it's comfortable because that's where buyers and sellers are buying and selling. Whenever you place a buy, why do you think it is that majority of the trades that you place a buy, it doesn't immediately go up. It takes some time and it keeps going up and down. The reason why is because it's a battle between the buyers and the sellers. The buyers and the sellers are trying to gain power over the markets. So the whole idea is, unless there's something like economical news, like CPI, like FOMC, like NFP, like PPI, right? GDP reports, all these unemployment reports, unless there's something massive that happens, the market doesn't just move randomly. The market moves in waves and patterns, okay? There's something called the Elliott wave, which I'll teach at some point in the future, but it's basically a wave of A, B, C, D, E, and the market moves in waves. That's why we trade in waves, right? So as you can see, for example, I'm going to go back into the signal here, yeah? So now we understand a stop loss is where the market is going against where you want it to go, and it's a safety net. So it basically prevents you from losing all your money. If you trade without a stop loss, I don't want to say any crazy words, but you're not smart, okay? If you do not trade without a stop loss. There's a reason why we always give a stop loss for every trade. Please. It doesn't matter how confident you are. I don't care if you have £1 million in your trading account, right? Right? It doesn't matter. Please do not trade without a stop loss. I don't care how confident you are, because that is not smart. We're talking about we want to be trading for 10 years plus. And a lot of people, they get their emotions caught up into it. Trading is a very emotional game. And I'm going to be talking about psychology later, because trading will reveal more about your character than anything else. See, the same way that your spouse can get that side of you, he or she, they know how to get you. That's how the markets can be. The markets know how to piss you off. But if you know how to control your emotions and how to control your psychology, you will be able to thrive even in the midst of a couple of losses. Because trading is an extremely lucrative business. And if you know how to navigate through the ebbs and the flows, you are going to be a very successful person in this industry, okay? It takes psychology, all right? Anyway, so a trade gets called out. Can someone in the chat box tell me what is a stop loss? And not if you know it already, right? Thank you, babe. So my wife is going to drop a video in the trading chat to help you with layering your trades. So if we are having 5 TP, do we put stop loss? No, you put 1 SL, 1 stop loss, and you have several TPs. Now you can open up several positions, but I'm going to talk about that as well, because that's called, again, I'm not going to talk about layering on this call because that's a whole nother conversation. But basically you can open up several positions, but you have the same stop loss, okay? Now this is for beginners. I'm not trying to be complicated here. Perfect. A safety order. Thank you. That was a beautiful explanation, Bula. Put a 7 in the chat for Bula. That was a fantastic. That was better than even when I said it. That was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Nicodemus, that was also amazing. A stop loss helps to protect your capital in case the market goes against your trade. It also eliminates emotions. Yes, and yes. You guys are doing amazing. Buddha said a safety order that closes your trade automatically to limit your loss. Yes, Jabez, yeah, there will be a call about the layering. There's a video on it, but I don't want to take you guys time too much. That's a bit more, that takes time to explain, okay? Now, can someone explain to me what is a take profit? I'm so proud of you guys, man. I understand it might be a lot for you. I understand it, trust me, but that's why we're doing this call, so you guys can get it. I promise you, just stick with me. The next few days, the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing way more calls helping the beginners. So do not panic. But these calls are important because once you get it, trust me, your life will change. You'll start to dream about your dream car and your dream house because you know there is a way for you to become a millionaire. Can someone put in the chat box, what is a take profit? Let me just make sure that you guys are up to speed with everything. What is a take profit? Right? I want to make sure that you guys understand that stop loss, take profit. Always put a stop loss. Now with take profits, TP automatically closes a trade once a target profit is achieved. Wow, yes, Ruth, thank you, Ruth. Buddha's on fire, Buddha's on fire. She said, order that automatically closes your trade when your target profit is reached. Fantastic. You guys are doing great. Okay? The level where we get out of the market. Fantastic. So now we understand what both of them are. Now we're going to look at the trade opportunity. This is the trade example, right? So buy gold. It says buy gold 5017/5012. Now this might be a little bit confusing because you're like, what does that mean? It means that if the market is between those two prices, you should get in and buy gold, and you will copy the TPs and the stop loss. Okay? Entry price, very important. If gold is between 5012 right here and 5017, you should buy. Okay? Between these two zones, you should buy. Is that clear, guys? If the market is at 5101, do you buy? Let me know in the chat. Do you buy? If the market is at 5093, do you buy? No. If the market is between 5017, this is, guys, just an example. Please don't place this trade when the market opens because this is not an official signal. I'm just giving you guys a very simple example. That's why he has the slash. So look at the price of gold. If it's between 5017, now guys, let me give you guys a very simple example on these two numbers, because some of you are confused. Like, Derrick, why are there two numbers on the right? Well, I'm going to give you guys a very simple crash course on this. Firstly, there are a couple of things to look at here. The first thing I want to talk about is the bid price and ask price. So you've got a buy price and an ask price. Okay? The number on the left, because we talk about buy low, sell high. Number on the left is the buy price. Okay? We go and trade. You can see, number on the left is the sell price, and number on the right is the buy price. So as you can see, the number on the left, 5107.88, is the sell price. 5108.08 is the buy price. I know we say buy low, sell high, but still, it still applies because we do buy low and sell high. In this case, but the prices always change. But in this case right here, the sell price is lesser than the buy price. Now what it means is if you're buying gold right now at this particular time, the price that you're going to buy in at is 5108.08. And the sell price is 5107.8. So if you buy or sell, you get slightly a different quote. Now, some of you are beginners, but I do think it's important to explain to you where do these prices come from. The broker that we're working with has something, and write this down, guys, because it might go. I know this is being recorded, but this is a boot camp, so I'm giving you guys things that most people don't talk about because they don't think it's important. But I think it is important because I'm not raising traders. Guys, you're not copy and paste traders. You guys are. I'm treating you like you are up and coming market leaders in this space. So I'm giving you guys the inside information because I have access to that because I work with the inside people. So I understand what happens with the brokers and what happens with these institutions. Every broker has something called a liquidity provider. Okay? Write it down, guys, and put it in the chat box. Liquidity provider. A liquidity provider is an institution, typically a bank or a hedge fund, who provides financial support, financial investment into a broker to provide the broker with liquidity that enables for the broker to pay out commission and pay out withdrawals to their customers. Because think about it. I put £1,000 into PE Prime and I start trading on the broker. And if I make £1 million from the broker has to pay me out that money. The reason why they can pay out is they have a deal, they have speculators, market makers, but of course we have liquidity providers. Liquidity providers provides the broker with liquidity, and we actually have JP Morgan as a liquidity provider. Now you also have market makers, right? What broker do we use? Yes, Eunice, we use, depending on what area we're in, I personally use PE Prime, but whoever brought you in, message them and they'll help you through that, okay? Eunice. Yeah, Jackie, I'll talk about timeframes in a moment, okay? But liquidity provider provides you with liquidity. So now we understand that. Market makers, they make the quotes. Now, is gold actually 5,100 per ounce? Well, it depends on who you're asking. Because if I go to a local gold dealer and I say, hey, Johnny, give me some gold, man. Give me some gold. They may not give it to me for 5,100. I could get the gold for $5,000 an ounce. It depends on who I'm going to. So gold it depends. On MT5, liquidity providers, they need to make money, right? Market makers and also speculators, they decide the prices for these assets. Even though it is around the same everywhere, but it's, give or take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So now you understand that this is the price of gold currently, right? 5017. We're going to go to charts. And as you can see here, we can see the price on this system is 501788. Okay? Now, it's default on 5107.88, but if you do buy gold, you will buy in at that other price. Okay? So now we understand that. We're going to go back to our trade. And now we're going to go and copy the stop loss, take profit. Now I would recommend, if you're beginning out, just start the first few days of TP1, right? Keep it simple. But the higher TP that you go, the more money you make. If you want to go in on TP2 or TP3, you can. It means you'll make more money, but it just means the market will move a little bit more for you to make your profit. But it's once you have to copy and paste it, it's not really, it's an unwritten rule. But for just to keep it very, very simple, copy this number here. I mean, if you're on Telegram, you can't copy it off Telegram. All you have to do is write it in. And so, I'm going to do it as if you're writing it, right? So 5110 is take profit. 5110, that's take profit, right? You can see take profit there. Now stop loss is 5099. We're going to go on this and put 5099. Done. Okay? Now, this particular account that I have right here is about 3,700. So my lot size will be around 0.30. And I would press buy. Now, of course, the market is not open. And I'm not going to just put 0.30 into the market just like that on this account, because I am building this account up to 100 grand, right? So I'm not going to, but I'm just giving you guys an example on how it works with the markets. Okay, 0.30. Now, if you have an account of, let's say, £1,000, roughly 0.10 should be your lot size. If you have an account of £500, roughly 0.05. Okay, if you've got an account of £200, right? How much minimum? Well, I would say a good amount is anything around $300. I would say is a good amount to start with. Between $300 to $500 minimum. Between $300 to $500 minimum. But the more you have, the better. So I would say if you're looking to really make a lot more money, you put in $1,000, you are in a great position to really scale that money to a high amount. Okay? So that is how you copy and paste the stop loss and take profit. And now you press buy or sell. Is everyone clear on that, guys? Is everyone clear? That's how you copy and paste. Now, if you've got £300 in your account, $300, 0.03, 0.03, right? 0.03, right? If you've got an account of $10,000, you can go a little bit higher, right? You can go a little bit higher. You can go for a standard, or you can go for 0.85, right? If you've got an account of $500, this is the rough amount you should go for, 0.05. Does that make sense? If you've got an account of $2,000, rough amount should be 0.20. What this is called a lot size. So basically, this is your risk amount. This is how much you're wagering to make. So you should really risk around 1 to 2% of your account to make 3 to 5% per trade. Does that make sense, guys? So you don't want to over leverage. You want to use decent lot sizes. You don't want to be too crazy for your lot sizes. You want, because gold moves fast. And we want you all to have long-term sustained success in trading. So that's pretty much that. Then you'll press buy or sell. Okay? That's pretty much how you copy paste. Guys, put a 8 in the chat if that was clear and if you know now how to do this starting tomorrow. Is everyone clear? Like, guys, be serious. I put a 9 in the chat if you're not clear. And be honest, guys. Don't just try and make me happy. I want to make sure that all of you understand this stuff, because this is very important. You are investing in yourself, but it's important that you know how to make it happen. Derrick, if you have an account of $300 and you have to take 3 positions, what will be a lot size? Yeah, if you have an account of $300, right, and if you want to be super conservative, and especially if you're a beginner, if you have 3 trades open, they should be around 0.01 each. Okay? Or maybe you could have one at 0.02 and the other 2 at 0.01. Well, no, yes. So all the TPs you could only put 1 TP per trade. So you can open up 1 position. Here's what I do sometimes, right? What I do sometimes is I put one trade open, and I put the TP at TP1, open up another trade, put it as TP2, another one TP3. And if I hit TP1, fine. TP2, I'll let it run, and I'll move my stop loss to entry. This is another important thing, right? You can move your stop loss to entry. Now, let's say, for example, right, if this trade right here, you can see here, this trade says 0 point. So this trade is 5107 and it goes up to 5111. And let's say, for example, you're in profit, but you haven't closed out the trade yet. Your TP is higher than that, or you may not have a TP. And now, don't keep it the same, guys. Move your stop loss from here all the way past your entry. So you can go onto MT5. Okay, let me just open up a trade on Bitcoin. Small trade. Okay, so as you can see now, this is a trade on Bitcoin because Bitcoin's open 24/7, right? And I go in here and now I can modify my position. I can modify it and I can make my stop loss my entry. Or I can, and this is the most powerful thing. This is the secret as to how traders preserve their capital. It's not just about how much you make, okay? It's not about how much you make. It's about how much you can keep. And it's about how much money you can preserve. How many times do you see Synergy says, oh guys, move your stop loss to entry. And then it goes, then he says, I'm out at entry on the rest of my position. It doesn't mean he's lost money. It means that he's broken even. I would rather break even than lose money. 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. I would rather hit break even, or even if I move my stop loss 10 or 20 pips past my entry, I've made 20 pips. You can close your phone, turn off the machine and go to bed. It doesn't matter what happens. You've secured that, guys. The best feeling when you want to sleep like a baby, you open up that trade now and you're 100 pips in profit and you may not want to close it. No problem, my friend. No problem. Stella, no problem, Darlene. I see you smiling. I see you. No problem, Sabrina. No problem, John. No problem, Nicodemus. No problem. You want to keep it open? No problem. I understand. But just make sure that you move your stop loss past your entry. So imagine now you move. So if you're 100 pips in profit and you move your stop loss 30, come on. It's done. You've moved it 30 pips past your entry price, which means it doesn't matter what happens. The market could go back and you've made your 30 pips already. It's guaranteed. And guys, I've had times where I've moved my stop loss part, like even 2 weeks ago, right? I can't remember how much it was, but I was in profit by quite a lot. And I moved my stop loss 20 pips past my entry. I woke up in the morning, guys, I promise you, and I was still in profit by another 185 pips. So imagine, I slept as men slept. I literally got paid to sleep. The best sleep you're ever going to have as a trader is when you've done all your work, you've placed your trade, you're in profit, and you sleep like a baby, knowing that I don't care what happens, my trade is it's going to be a win regardless. I'm just letting it do its thing. That's called moving your stop loss past entry. Now, if you don't know how to do that, get onto the Synergy course. And we will drop videos on it, guys. That's another concept to teach on right now. But I want you guys to understand, once you know how to protect your capital, that's the most important thing. Because some days you're not going to make, some days you won't double your account. There will be some days where you break even, but I don't mind. There's some days where I've placed 20 trades in a day and I've only broken even. But you know what? I would rather that than lose 20%. So that's the psychology of trading. Not every day will be the same. And you've got to get your mindset in the order of moving your stop loss. Guys, your stop loss is the most important thing. Do not trade without a stop loss. If you trade without a stop loss and you blow your account, I don't want to hear, don't call my phone. Don't call me, don't text me, don't email me, don't come to my house, don't Instagram DM me at all. because no one told you to trade without a stop loss. That is the worst mistake. I don't care what this person told you on Instagram or YouTube. I don't care what this guru told. Oh yeah, you can trade without a stop loss, man. No, I don't believe in it, because you might as well give your money to me. Yeah, I'll take the money, right? I don't mind taking it from you. If you want to give me your money, I'll take it, because you have to use risk management. You can't expect to just trade without stop loss and then the market doesn't respect you. The market doesn't care what our name is. The market does what the market does. The market has no emotions. Does that make sense? So I want you guys to understand this, guys, the importance of using a stop loss. I hope I've drilled it into your brain enough, right? So this is now a trade. Obviously, I'm going to close this out. This is just a joke, right? So now, this is the trade that we've done, right? Boom. Now you can see. So guys, put a 9 in the chat if you now understand what I've just said about the stop loss moving it past your entry. I know someone just said, what button do you press to make modifications? Yeah, you press modify order, Jackie. I wouldn't mind being paid for sleeping. Of course. How do you open multiple trades? Yeah, Bula, I know you had a question about, you said you were confused. I'll send my WhatsApp number here, and if you have any personal questions, I will guide you through it. As a matter of fact, any of you guys can message me on WhatsApp. That's my WhatsApp number, and I will help you anyway, right? After this call's done, right? So someone said, what button do you press? You press modify order. You go into your trade, Jackie, and you press modify order. Wouldn't mind being paid for sleeping. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. How do you open multiple trades? You basically, you can go into XAU USD, you press buy trade, and you press buy or sell. You can go and you can do it multiple times. Once you go into the trade app, the trade tab, so that SL will cover all the multiple TPs. Yeah, so you have to open up multiple trades. Does that make sense? So one SL won't cover all the trades. You have to individually add an SL to each trade, even if you have different stop loss, different take profits. Okay. Can I not drag my SL to B, E? You can. I mean, there's a way on the chart you can do that. But I just do it old school. I go into modify. I look at where my trade was entered from, and I just put that number there on modify on stop loss. Okay. Not yet understood it because I have a demo account. That's no problem at all, Bula. I understand. Trust me. I've been there before. Just message me and I'll guide you through some more stuff. So you could free TPs. Yeah, what I'm saying is you can only add 1 TP per trade, right? So you basically you could have 3 different trades opened, 3 different positions open with 3 different TPs, but all 3 trades have the same stop loss. Okay? Guys, I don't play about stop losses. I do not play with stop losses. Trust me. I will have it the same. And if it hits stop loss, I'm not emotional about it, because I would rather hit my stop loss than it goes all the way down with no stop loss. Like, that is the worst feeling, because you could have prevented it, right? And believe me, in our community, we don't hit stop loss too many times. We have an 85, 90% win ratio in our community right now. So if you take 10 trades, 9 times out of 10, you're winning 9 trades out of 10. So you're not going to lose too many trades. Some of them hit break even. There's a couple of stop losses, but this is not hype. This is the truth. In our community, there are 85 to 90% win ratio right now. So you have a chance to really make a lot of money. You've just got to know how to utilize the system and how to apply psychology to your trades. What is buy limit and buy stop? These are called pending orders, right? Where you're basically waiting for the market to hit a certain price, and then your entry price will be triggered. A pending order is different from an instant order. An instant trade is where you place a trade from exactly where the market is. A pending order is where you wait for the market to hit a certain price, and you already placed the order on your phone, but it's like if I go to the shop and I buy clothes from the shop today, I get it immediately. If I place an order online, I have to wait a couple of days. That's pretty much a similar example to how that works. Please show us on the charts with an example of buy limit and buy stop. So, for example, if this is gold, a buy stop is if I want if I'm going to wait until 5019, I'll put buy stop here, which means that I'll wait for the market to hit here. As soon as the market hits 5109, the trade will automatically open. Okay? And a sell stop is the same thing. So you're basically waiting for the market to hit a certain price. A limit order is the opposite. A limit order is where if it's a buy stop and I feel like the market's going to reverse back here, I could put a buy stop at 5104, and then once it triggers here, my prediction is that it will hit this zone here and then come all the way back up. Okay? If you only want to do 3 trades per day and are sent 3 trades and they all have multiple TPs, should you just pick 1 trade and 1 TP from each new trade, or does it matter if you took the 3 from the 1 trade with multiple TPs? All trades have multiple TPs, by the way. Yeah, so yeah, if 3 trades have been sent, I mean, we have minimum 25 trades a day. Yeah, as I said, buy and stop is the first example I said, where you're waiting for the market to hit a certain price. If it's 5109, right? Buy stop is where you're predicting for the market to hit that price and then it opens. And then buy limit, as I was saying just now, is if you wait for the market to reverse back and then come back up. No, buy stop is different. Buy stop is a pending order. It's different. A stop loss is risk management, where a stop loss is basically where it's a safety net for your account. Okay? Karen's question is basically very simple. So if you get sent 3 trades, if you only want to do 3 trades and you get sent 3 trades, each trade will have different TPs because the market will be at a different area, right? The market's not going to stay in the same place. So if you just place 3 trades, you can place 1 trade. You can place 3 different trades, and you can all have TP2 for all 3 trades, or TP1 for all 3 trades, right? So yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, all trades will be different. Every trade will have different TPs and a different stop loss based upon where the market is at. So it doesn't matter if we took the 3 from the 1 trade. No, I mean, it depends. You can take 3 trades from 1 TP. So you can take 3 different positions from 1 trade if you want. That's down to you, really, right? I would say if you're beginning, just try and take 1 or 2 at a time and just see how that goes. And as you get more confident, you will be able to take way more positions as time goes on. Where is my number? My number's up in the chat. Okay, great. So now let's move on to the next part, right? So that's how you place a trade, right? And this here, we're going to put this in the chat again because someone put this in the chat. This is basically the risk management example. We'll put that in the chat after as well. All right. So that is that so far. Okay, perfect. So that's pretty much how to. So guys, does any more questions? Is everyone clear about how to use MT5, how to copy and paste the trades? Is everyone clear about that? Is everyone clear about that? Okay, good. Okay, great. You guys sounds like you guys are good to go. So now I'm going to walk you guys through very quickly very quickly this beauty. It's called the compound calculator, just to show you guys over time how much you can make. I'm going to give you guys one example because this call is we're over an hour in already. But let's just say someone starts with £500 and you compound at 3% a day for 6 months. So this is a website where you can actually calculate how much you can make. Okay, with a certain deposit. So £500 you start with, 3% per day for 6 months, and calculate that, and you're on £23,000 in 6 months. So by August 22nd, if you start with £500 and you grow it every, of course, this is based upon a 100% win record. Of course, there will be some trades that you don't win, of course, but this is an example as to how it works. So over the course of time, as you compound your account day by day by day, you'll look, it's only literally like £500 a day, £400 a day, but that adds up. Loads of £300 a day and £500 a day, £600 a day, £700 a day. Now you've got £23,000, right? You can decide to take half of that out, go shopping, buy a new car, get a deposit on a house, or you can keep it in and keep compounding it to another level. Let's say, for example, if we go and we take that same number, 23 grand, and we do 3% for another 6 months. You're at £1 million. Right? So you take that same money, do 3% again for 6 months, you're at £1 million. You're a millionaire. 7 figures from trading in 1 year. By next February, if you start at £500 today, you'll be a millionaire. Think about how powerful that is. And you're questioning if it's going to work for you. You're wondering, is it going to work? It's going to work. Why doesn't it work? Guys, you know how many millionaires in trading there are? There's so many people that are successful in trading. It's possible. Me and Kat have been full-time in this space for 8+ years. Not one job. We are unemployable because we decided to take this skill set very, very seriously. Okay? Very, very powerful. I promise you. Life-changing stuff. Okay, guys? Is everyone clear? Lastly, guys, I want to touch on the AI scanners. I've been getting a lot of questions on the scanners. How do the GFU scanners work? And I want to go through very quickly before we end the call off how to utilize the scanners here. And how to make it happen. So for those in GFU and you want to know about the scanners, here we go. This is the GFU Live platform. We have various different systems here. And I'm also going to touch on Pro Trader 2. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to touch on the different systems that we have. We obviously have the Pro Trader community. which is absolutely phenomenal with synergy and all the signals there. And then we're going to touch on the GFU platform as well. Yes, we have partnerships with 2 different platforms. We have the GFU platform and of course ProTrader. Not to be confused, ProTrader is the community with predominantly the signals that we have, and the education, etc., is on ProTrader with the Telegram chat, where you get the 25 trades a day. Now, if you want more of a detailed VIP experience with deeper level education and more live sessions and AI scanners, that's where GFU has additional systems that will help you to further your trading journey. So, of course, we have the academies here, which are pretty amazing. Basic Forex, basic, intermediate, advanced, right? We have the live sessions, educators, scanners, market news, and charts, right? Now, the charts here, I want to touch on, we have videos. We have a whole system on how to actually utilize these scanners. We have a whole set of videos. So these scanners are super, super easy to use. AI scanners. And the reason why I still love these scanners, guys, is because it's so simple to use. And you should be able to really, really get your teeth stuck in. The 2 I recommend right now is the TrendWave scanner and the Sniper Pro. So all you do is you go into TrendWave on the GFU Live platform, click on tutorials, and go through all the videos, and they'll walk you through how to utilize the TrendWave scanner. And then we have Sniper Pro. Go on to tutorials and go into here. And you can also go onto the Academy, go onto courses, scroll down, click on intermediate courses, and the Sniper Pro Bootcamp is available for your viewing pleasure. An absolutely phenomenal bootcamp that has helped so many people to really understand the power of the Sniper Pro system. We also have the advanced module here as well for that. Hey guys, so that's pretty much GFU scanners. This call is over an hour. I don't want to drag you guys on for too long. Last thing I want to talk about is the ProTrader. Now, ProTrader is a portal that we've put together for really people to really get themselves more signals, more trading experience. Now, when they get into the portal, we have various different welcoming messages that you can go through in your own time. Then we have the Academy. Now, this is the Academy that I was talking about, guys. This Academy is incredible. This is the MT5 tutorials. So a lot of what I was talking about is on here, but we also have the Synergy Mastery course with 7 lessons. Guys, I promise you, these lessons are insanely good because they will teach you and show you exactly how to utilize the trades. Again, if you're confused about how to get into ProTrader, how to get into GFU, speak to your upline. They will guide you through that, okay? Or message me on Instagram on WhatsApp, and I can walk you through it. And of course, we will alert the person that is your upline, and we'll get you connected to the system. But guys, we are fired up because this course is wonderful. Okay, guys. This is a course that has been curated for people to really get the signals that he's sending out. Okay, guys. We also have various other sections here, which are really, really good courses. We even have some ebooks for you to go through, candlestick analysis, etc., etc. Then we have the pro ideas. So this explains all the different trading ideas that we have. We've got live sessions 3 times a week. We've got scanners on the way as well, a journal, and you can get a chance to actually access social trading by copy. Now we are going to be launching copy trading as well within our community very, very soon. So we have a lot of exciting things coming, guys. Really, really good. What we got here, we've got the best of both worlds, really a platform like GFU with a bit more detailed information, a bit more, there's several boot camps on here as well that you can learn from. And of course, then we got ProTrader with wonderful, wonderful, wonderful information. So guys, that's pretty much everything for part 1. Part 2, we're going to be going through some more detailed stuff for Tuesday. So we're back again on our next call on Tuesday. I'm going to drop the flyer right now, as a matter of fact, whilst we're on this call, Tuesday 24th. So I would recommend to speak to your guests, speak to everybody who is anybody who wants to make more money. I'm going to be going through I'm going to be touching on some more detailed things on Tuesday's call. So here we go. About to drop it right now. Boom. There we go. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's also gonna be. I do like the 7 p.m. time because it's good for the whole world. Part 2. And guys, let me know in the chat box before we end this call, what would you like me to cover on Tuesday? Are there anything specifically that you would want me to actually cover? I can cover, because this will be more, the call on Tuesday will be a little bit more detailed. Do you want charts? Do you want scanners? What do you want, guys? Yeah, copy trading is something that we'll be discussing with the team. It's not going to happen right now, but we are going to be talking about that at some point. Scanners. Okay, everyone says scanners. Leveraging, scanners and charts. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, great. So that sounds great to me. Super excited for all of you. Thank you for your time. I know it was quite a long call, quite detailed, but I'm very passionate about this stuff. The market's open tonight. Let's make sure that we get ourselves in position. Make sure your accounts are funded and you are ready to make this money, guys. And yeah, super excited, guys, for every single one of you. If you have any questions, you've got my WhatsApp number. I'm available, and I'll be able to help you guys through the whole process, guys. God bless every single one of you. Have an incredible day, evening, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. So Tuesday, we'll talk about the scanners mainly, and we'll talk about a couple other things. I'll go through the scanners, and I'll go through the charts as well. But I wanted to make sure that today's call was about real basics when it comes to taking trades, because if you can know the scanners all you want, if you don't know how to copy and paste, then you're cooked. So I want to make sure that you guys understand exactly how that works. God bless you all. Have an incredible evening with your families, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Don't forget, Monday morning motivation. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. UK time. We're live. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. UK time. Do not forget it. Monday morning motivation. I'm going to be bringing the source right now for tomorrow's call. God bless you all. Have a great evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.